Good morning. Welcome back to my second attempt at Krustoo Farms Homestead Challenge. It's month of October in the third year. So let's have a look around now. So I'm going to count tomatoes. Got 5 tomatoes there. Uh, 9 tomatoes now because there's 4 here. So we're at 9. Oh, this farmer let all that sorghum wilt. Okay. Grapes, olive. Alright, so we got 3 tomatoes here. So that's 12 tomatoes total. Thirteen, 14, 15, 16 tomatoes. Got pallet eggs there ready to go. Alright. Cows are, this dairy barn's doing good. Need to put some more straw in here, however. This dairy's out of milk. Sugar doesn't have enough sugar beets. 2 more pallets of bread. That's good. We got a lot of 3 pounds of buttered battled milk there. Alright. So we're up to 14 pallets of tomatoes. Now in here we have no tomatoes in here. Oh, yeah. So that's 16 tomatoes. 17, 18, 19, 20. So that's tomatoes done. So I'm going to switch from tomatoes to lettuce. A bag of leaf spinach. Yeah, this is sucking up all my flour that I want to go to. I'm gonna have to turn off distributing from the windmill because I don't want it sending flour over here. I want it sending flour only to the bakery. There's some more tomatoes, some strawberries. 4 pallets of grapes. Alright, lots of slurry here and quite a bit of milk. Alright. I can't read German, but I'm guessing that's warning of an electric fence. So what do we need in here? We need... There's water, solid fertilizer. I'm guessing it needs seeds then. And it's almost out of fertilizer, so I'm going to have to put some fertilizer and some seed in there. My mushroom need for the year is complete, so these are just to be sold. 2 pallets of mushrooms. Let me check the root crop. Yeah, it's out. What is it out of? Looks like it's out of herbicide. Alright. So I'm going to start with the Ford and take the milk from the dairy barns and put them into 2 empty dairies. A little froggy this morning, but I guess that's kind of to be expected in October. She'll have cold air sitting on top of warm, wet soil, so yeah, you'll end up with fog. Should clear as the sun comes up and burns it off. Oh, yeah, while I'm here. Looks like I've already worked through all of my sorghum. Go ahead and use up the rest of my sunflowers. Let me check on these pigs. I haven't taken a look at the pigs in a while. I got plenty of food and plenty of water. That's good. I got lots of big pigs and a few little pigs too. I'll switch to the Landini and start moving pallets. Although with that said, I'm not quite sure where I'm going to move them to. I'm going to go grab the herbicide I have over here at the shop and bring it back to the farm. Yeah, I've kind of uh, made this trailer here into my non-food safe trailer. That's where the other trailer I just used for water and milk now. This one gets used for herbicide and liquid fertilizer. Alright. Harvesting red beets, soybean, red beet, carrots, carrots, sunflowers, cotton. Can't do cotton. Oh, and there's a hoeing contract too. So I can do soybeans or sunflowers. The soybean field is like really, really close too. I think I am going to do that. I'm going to get my wife or her family to work on harvesting that soybean contract. While I finish doing the work around here. What's on sale? I really don't need to buy anything at this point. Nothing useful. Alright. I need some way to store more stuff. Can't quite afford that. Hayloft. That's interesting. Where else can I possibly stick one of these? No, that ain't gonna work. There we go. That should take care of my storage problems. Now, if I'm right, I should be able to just do this. Should make sure all my greenhouses are switched over to large tarp. So that's producing lettuce, large tarp. There we go. Open air garden. That's doing fine. Very large garden. Yeah, it needs seeds. Lots and lots of seeds. And some solid fertilizer. I'll bring some eggs over for this. Some chicken noodle soup's always fun. Alright. I do have the Giants mod to make seeds. It's not necessarily a mod, it's a pack, a DLC pack. But I've never actually used it. I already have enough eggs, so it's no big deal for me to just hand off eggs and into the preserved food factory. And the only thing that's left now is I need to finish up my bread. I've got 15 pounds of bread in it, so I need 5 more. I got 2 in there. Alright, his combine's doing fine. Alright. So I got a little bit more beautification projects to do. And I'd like to beef up my energy production so that I'm actually making money on maintenance every year instead of losing it. That's what I'm going to call being energy self-sufficient. I think I might build a large storage shed to park as much of my equipment and as I can. By constantly bumping into things, it's really reiterated just how important just plain empty space is. Take the trailer over there and empty out the combine since it says it's 80% full. Probably be almost completely full by the time I get over there. Oh, good, and it's facing in a direction where I can get into it without driving through the crap. I'll probably have to pick this up by hand because the AI's freaking out about that tree right there. Farming Simulator tends to make tractors kinda samey for the most part, but I really am liking this Landini. So really expect flour to go over here to this since I didn't have anything using flour in process. So I'm just putting some eggs in there to get the flour out of there for some use. Is this all just leaf spinach? Yep, spinach bags. Okay. Because of the rating, you're not allowed to make wine in Farming Simulator. You can make grape juice, quote unquote, but not wine. However, grapes themselves are great to eat. gonna go ahead and sell this pallet of milk and see how much it sells for. I think I did before, but I forgot. I got way more of it than what I need. $2,000, not bad. Alright. Get this small trailer again. So I'm going to get 7 of these. Looks like I'm really low on diesel, so I'll go ahead and take care of that right now, too. And while I'm here, I'll get the tractor serviced. Ooh, that's a big repair. Go ahead and grab some fertilizer while I'm here, too. There we go. So help me see a little bit better and keep the load more stable. Oh, the silo stole my fertilizer. Gotta go help the combine because it says it has a full tank. And of course, it would set up with the damn pipe in the field. A human would never do that. Well, I shouldn't say wouldn't do that, but you could at least radio them to tell them to back out and move over. But since this is a contract, I can't damage the crop by driving it in anyway. Gotta blow my nose, so I'm gonna pause recording while I do that. Go ahead and tap off this trailer, and then I'll go dump it. Okay. So it's going to that green elevator. Since I just serviced the tractor, that lowness on the service meter must be this trailer. So after I dump, I'll go ahead and stop by the shop and get this trailer serviced. I really don't need any soybeans for anything, so I'll probably just sell the leftovers. Let's get back that fertilizer that the silo stole from me. Alright, dump side is set to right. That's what I want. Then I'll put the rest of this over here in my garden. I guess this is it for now. So I'll come back once I'm done with the soybean contract. The soybean contract's almost done. And while my wife's family was busy running the combine and I waited to come and haul away the beans when the combine was full, I got the fertile slurry spread on the grass fields and refilled the greenhouses. And yeah, that's pretty much it right there. Alright. No, you haven't quite completed your task. There's a small spot you missed. I'll go take care of that now. This combine's pretty cool. This was a real combine made, but there was very few of them ever made. I think it was like a dozen or so. Right along this edge here. Here it is. Guess 15 liters of soybeans really isn't much, but it's still some. I was considering putting a surplus in my silo to sell later. But since there's literally nothing I can do with soybeans other than feed them to pigs, I decided to not worry about it. I'll just sell them now for whatever price I get. Because I'm not lacking for pig food. I got more than enough pig food to get through. Put the combine away, then I'll come back and get the tractor. Put the Ford in the way. Alright, close the cover on the trailer. Go dump these soybeans Oh, I also got this trailer repaired, so it wasn't getting them to be pretty bad shape. Boom. Yeah, 13,600. I even get the environmental score bonus, even though it didn't come from my farm. That's pretty sweet. All right. So yeah, that was pretty profitable. Let's head back to the farm. And, well, looks like there's only 2 more episodes left of this series, and it'll be over. Well, I have rather enjoyed it. I think the limitation of being stuck on 10 acres was a bit much. I think I would have had a lot more enjoyable time if I was able to use somewhere around 20 to 40 acres. Of course, that would have taken most of the challenge out of it too, but alright. Get spun around here. Not too far. Maybe I can get a corn picking contract next month. So all that's left is basically I needed 5 pallets of bread to start at the start of the episode, and I got 3 more during the episode, so I only need 2 more pallets of bread, and then I will have achieved every objective in the challenge. Let's go ahead and see what that is. It's a planter. Okay. Oh, it's a direct seed planter even. Nice. Yeah, I don't believe in going full no-till. I think you still need to till every few years to break up the plant matter. But going no-till most years is definitely a good thing. But I'm going to end this episode here. Thank you very much for watching.